So, this is the first take, I promise. It's not the 15th take. I have not been working through in-game tech issues and out-of-game tech issues for, I think, a couple hours. I think at least like an hour. But I think we sorted them for the most part, except for some of the screen tearing that I have, which I think is just because multiple display monitors and stuff. But this is a hobo sim rig tour. Of course, I got the pink car so that it could be nice and bright the whole time. Right. Race tune. My graphics are gonna look way different. I turned off weather effects, and now I have grass again, and I get like reflections and stuff are better. Yeah, I don't know what the guy's doing. He's just clowning, I guess. This is mostly what I end up doing, or what I've done with the rig is mostly just drifting. A little bit of no hezzy stuff like here and there too. Yeah, so the rig itself is like the frame or whatever that everything's bolted to is like not an expensive frame. It's like a mid-tier frame, I guess is how I would describe it. Everything's off of Marketplace, except for the e-brake. The frame itself is kind of like a mid-tier frame. It's okay, you know what I mean? It's got adjustability and stuff. It's metal, so it's holding together. The bolstering for one of the seat sides is basically gone, so it's just metal. But you know, it's okay, I guess. And when I hop into the car, it's its own vibe, I guess. It shouldn't be like super nice and convenient to hop into the cab of your race car, I guess. I don't know. So it's not that bad. Usually I don't have this mic here, so it's not like a huge problem for me. This cord, it was supposed to be longer. I assumed it was going to be longer than it was. So yeah, it's kind of in the way. My cord management's kind of rough. If you do sim stuff, you probably have the same issues. I don't know. Maybe you're a little bit cleaner than me, but yeah, I have a lot of issues. Everything's kind of like hodgepodge together. You know what I mean? There are so many different items on this rig have came from so many different places, and they all have to work together. My main monitor that I use is like an Alienware monitor, 27-inch monitor, and then this is like a LG 144 hertz monitor, 265. I don't know exactly what the cap is, but I assume it can do 1440 or 4K. And sometimes I get screen tearing on my screen because I think I'm mirroring a monitor that's a different size and has a different refresh rate, even though I've capped the refresh rate. Otherwise, I don't know why I'm having that issue. That's like one of the issues I couldn't seem to fix. My wheelbase itself is T300 RS, pretty sure. Like the Sport Edition or whatever. I'd have to actually go into the settings to see exactly which one it is, but it's been decent. Probably like 500 hours on this wheel, maybe. That's pretty wide. Good bit of time on it. More time on a Logitech wheel, but this is a lot nicer. Got the T3 PA pedals. My old setup, I had like the shifter with the wheel, but I used to have my clutch set up as my handbrake, so on the Logitech wheel I just didn't have a clutch. You don't really need it too much for drifting because most things get set up to be just one gear. You just send it in one gear. You know what I mean? As long as you are able to maintain boost, that's really all you need. Yeah, let's see. The shifter, I actually really like the shifter. I only drove a manual car once in real life, and it wasn't the best experience ever. But yeah, I really like the shifter. For like a bit of use or whatever, like there's definitely some like metal shavings and stuff. Just like slam it through the gears. I'm rough on it. I'm rough on everything, dude. Like this wheel, it's been good for like what it is. It's got a hole like in the top. There's a hole inside the motor itself. You know what I mean? So it's got some issues. But like the whole sim rig, including like the Fanatec e-brake, I'm into it for like $650 or something. Yeah. The e-brake didn't work for quite a while, and it just sat in my trunk for like a month or so, and then it just fixed itself for whatever reason. So it's working again. I don't use the e-brake as much, like going 6 months or whatever without having an e-brake kind of made me not as worried about using it, or like I just don't need it as much. There's only a couple of like particular courses that I'm like, oh yeah, dude, the e-brake is like, you need that. Like I don't know how, like it's super hard to do certain things without the e-brake. Like Ebisu North is one of them, like the long straight at the end. It's a good spot for the e-brake, or just maybe like random open world type maps. Pretty good. These, oh man, it's same car. This car's like super busted in this pack too. It's just like, it's on rails basically. I've only tried a couple cars in the pack, but there's no car that's like this car in this pack. It's like, the best way I would describe the BDC cars is like, imagine if the, Gravy Garage. Imagine if the Gravy Garage cars were just like a little bit slower and a little bit like more precise. Almost like the, God, I can't remember what they're called. The Tando Buddies. The Tando Buddy cars. Lord. Those cars were so slow. Like, they're just like a little bit slower than the Gravy Garage cars. But super fun to drive. I don't want to hit the wall. Sorry about that. Coming a little bit there. Yeah, we get a lot of photos and stuff lately too. Like I say, the e-brake's nice. Like you definitely need it. It's a tool that needs to be used, but just don't have a lot of use for it a lot of the time. There's not like a lot of spots where I'm like, oh yeah, I need that in my life. I like the clutch. The clutch is actually, the more I have the clutch and the more I kind of get used to it. Like you don't see me using it very often because I don't feel like I need it very often. I'm staying in boost pretty good. I'm not really making very many mistakes. My lines are decent, right? Like the clutch for me is like, oh god, things are going bad. I really need to like get some extra power or try and save this. So then I'll clutch in or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Like the pedals, T3PA pedals or whatever, super nice. Like just the feedback from them. Like they're way nicer than the Logitech ones because I guess they were like squishy or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, they're just super nice. Just have like a really nice like feel. Like I jam on that brake pedal. Like I'm not fucking around. You know what I mean? I want to stop the Porsche on the highway before I hit somebody. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's it, dude. Like I've done this a bunch of times, but I was having like tech issues and I had to replace the audio file for this car because it was bugged and yeah, just potato things. But yeah. This is my rig tour. Like the only thing that might change whatsoever on this would be the maybe get VR, but that's like VR is just so expensive. Like VR, the cost of VR is the cost of my entire rig, and maybe even some of my computer cost in there too, depending on which one I get. So it's like, I don't know. Only time I've ever even tried VR was PSVR one time on like this roller coaster game for 5 minutes. So it seemed cool. But, that's the only real upgrade I could see like doing to the rig that would be super impactful. Like if my wheel were to break or something, I could, maybe get like a different one or something, a direct drive wheel or something like that. But like for what I have, like it's no complaints. Like I don't know, like it rips. You know what I mean? I can cut 360s. I can go super hard on the wheel, on the pedals, on just everything, and it just eats it up, you know what I mean? Somebody hit me really hard the other day. It was like a really bad accident, and my wheel got stuck for a second or two, and like it would not go back into the normal position. I kind of want to like swap up with this guy. I kind of want to let him get in front. I'm trying to think like how I can do that. I want to let him get in front. You go in front. You go in front, man. I want to follow, man. I want to go behind you, man. There's like a guy behind him. Otherwise, I'd be more aggressive with the swap and like force the swap. But yeah. He's got that guy behind him, so I don't really want to pick up everybody. Just so I'd rather be behind because, like I say, like I do a lot of leads because again, it's like I'm pretty much gonna try and follow the same line. I try and make all the cars in all the car packs do the same thing basically, like hit the same kind of lines. So like super consistent with it. So I'd end up doing a lot of leading runs, I guess. As long as I don't like panic and hit something or whatever. I end up doing a lot of leading runs. You can pass me, man. I'm letting you give you all the room you want, son. Pass. I'm cool to pass away, I guess. I mean, I did come to a dead stop there. That was definitely a thing that happened to me. But it still kind of clobbered me. Are you going? Are we going? I'd like to get near people. So I'm going to take catch-up lines here. So these are going to be like just me trying to roll up on somebody, basically. Like I'm taking shallower lines so I can get more speed. I don't know what he's doing, bro. But you're like, bro. Yeah, I'm helping you, if anything. You were super dying. I helped you so much that he was dying completely. You gotta get, okay. There's a lot of, okay, that was just rude. Like that was him just saying pub lobbies are frustrating sometimes. I would like to just follow somebody. It's like clearly just not gonna happen. I'm just gonna get bumped off or something again. So just run online one more time and then probably go back to the pit and call it. But yeah, like this car is super nice, and I've been getting really good at follows. Like I can really get up close to someone as long as we're in kind of a similar car and just mirror them. Like I don't hit anyone. Like for the most part, I don't even like touch anyone. Like that guy that kept bumping into me. Most of his bumps were pretty polite. Like the guy in the 8.6, they were all pretty polite, which I'm totally cool with. Nice bumps, you know what I mean? But like that's a little aggressive, and that could have killed me if I wasn't bumping better. So like if you're following someone, like it doesn't matter like what line they take. Like, you have to follow their line. You know, just try and mirror their line and not smash them off the track so you can go by. Like bro, you got 9 million miles worth of room now. Yeah. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Bring it back. Alright, we're going to mirror this guy. So I'm pretty sure he's going to just take off here soon. I'm just going to go nice and slow behind him because he struggles to live life, I think. But it's okay. I think he's going to hit something. Just kind of hanging out. Waiting for him to... Yep. I'll take that space because you didn't occupy it. And I'm rude. So there you go. The one thing I do like about these servers is, man, like people like the good players do not mind trying to go for a swap. Like on the lead. Like if you leave space or, you know, they just want to go in front, like. And again, that's pretty rare, like to actually have people that can make a swap and not murk you. The other 3 or 4 people off in the train. But I think that's it, dudes. My potato rig, I'll spin it around real quick just so you can see what the other half, I guess, is set up or whatever it looks like. It's mostly just like a big A table that I got off the marketplace. It's like a gaming desk or something from some company that I think is like discontinued or something. And I definitely would have paid $400 for the table, but for like $80 or whatever. Alright. I think that's it. I think we're done. I don't need to keep tryharding. I think we just call it. We'll bump and grind. Just show dominance. And then like a hella, okay, that's too aggressive. Oh, and my keyboard, I used to have like a wireless keyboard, but it was a piece of crap and it kept like messing up on me, so I just swapped back to a wired keyboard. HyperX headset. I had to put stuff in this box. Yeah, just my potato. Actually, kind of sucks.